After hitting the 7K price point, Bitcoin has been met with a heinous market rejection, plunging roughly 10% to the downside. Have the bears potentially just regained control? And is it time to get this crypto? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Today we're going to discuss this absolutely insane price action we're seeing inside the Bitcoin chart. My friends, we are at an absolutely critical region here. For me, it truly feels like a make or break moment for Bitcoin. So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up, all right? So we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice. This is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the one-day time frame for Bitcoin. Now, my friends, if you're subscribed here, you would already know that this red box here has been an area of potential resistance for the Don for over a week at this point. I've had this outlined here. And why, my friends? Why? Because we see right here, old potential triple support range that dates back all the way to our beginning of the bull trend back in early 2019. Then again here, it was a temporary bottom. Then we fell through. And my friends, what can potentially happen when old support is backtested? It can then potentially become new resistance. Right now, we are beginning to see that. Also, we have the confluence here of the Fibonacci extension targets of this swing in particular. And my friends, where did we come up to right here? Right into the honey hole of Don Fibonacci. We got through the 0.5, and then right upon tapping this 0.618 golden, my friends, that is where we've seen the rejection. I mean, it's pinpoint accurate. And the thing for me right now, my friends, is that, this trend is absolutely high risk right now, because we are facing the difficulty here of uncertainty in the traditional markets as well. And we'll talk more about this after we get through the charts. I'm going to give you a more philosophical, macroeconomic aspect to what could potentially be going on here with the Bitcoin price in correlation with gold, silver, and other assets. But let's discuss more of this chart first. So we came up into this range and we're getting rejected right now. Now, this should be, very alarming for you all, ladies and gentlemen, because I want you to understand that the 0.618 golden Fibonacci extension is actually where we saw the 14K bull run top out at, right? We saw that there. Then again, my friends, if we take this 14K top, bring it down to that swing low right there, my friends, right in the honey hole, right past the 0.5, nearly to the 0.618 again. And now, my friends, let me get this off here so we're not confused. This one right here from the top to the bottom. For the time being right now, here on the log chart, we are tapping that 0.5. Or excuse me, on the regular, we're tapping the 0.5. And on the log, my friends, we are already up tapping the 0.618. So either way you look at it, we are certainly within the confines of the honey hole of Don Fibonacci, which has shown us rejection points for the macro trend twice already, right? This macro trend, it called the top. This macro trend, it called the top. And right now, is it possible that this one is calling the rejection zone right now? I certainly think it's possible when we mix it all together that we are seeing right now tentatively old support flip into new resistance right at the level where the honey hole coincides with. Keep in mind as well that right here we have our 50 and 200-day moving averages. The 50 moving average is in the red, the 200 is in the white. My friends, we may be looking at a potential death cross scenario here in the upcoming days. Add that into the equation there as well. Mix it up into the pot, my friends. That's right now, this has been a bearish macro trend, failing to create macro higher highs. And if we are to do something like this and fail again here, I mean, this certainly fits the narrative here. I mean, when you just draw a generic trend line, right? I mean, really anything like this fits the narrative here, that we are just failing to create a higher high and continue this essentially downward sloping resistance line of this macro trend, creating somewhat of a flag or a downward sloping descending triangle, just like we saw back here in 2018 before Bitcoin capitulated. Let's get this crypto. So, I mean, by now, my friends, I'm sure that you've seen every moonboy degenerate, every honeysuckle sycophant degenerate all over social media. The bottom is in. Time to go to the moon. Kirby, I've got $84 worth of Bitcoins. Do you think I'm going to be rich one day? Little James, get out of here with that hullabaloo, garbaggio, nonsensical sentiment, stunad. What we have to realize right now is that Bitcoin remains in a bearish trend, in my opinion. And beyond my opinion, this is just textbook technical analysis. Lower highs, lower lows, tracing all the way back down to a market cycle bottom, right? Everybody called the Don crazy when we broke out of this 4K range here, and I stated, my friends, after we potentially see this blow off top there at 14,000, which if you do remember, I was showing you that potential rejection zone there as well, up at the 0.618 fib. You guys must remember that, right? That I was showing you that this could be an area that we hit that target and retrace for a blow off top. It did just that. And I said, my friends, if 14,000 there was the top of the market cycle, prepare for a potential full retrace of that market cycle down towards the 3K region, because that is what market cycles tend to do. They take a long time to do it. Excruciating pain on the way down, a slow grind, up and down whipsaw action. Get your action in, get wrecked, and watch it go back down. That's what we've seen here, my friends. And right now, this type of recovery is certainly dangerous, in my opinion, because we have to understand that the trend still is macro bearish, okay? Something that I'm seeing right now, although it's just a little bit too early for me, my friends, I am beginning to see here a potential divergence forming on the a potential bearish divergence forming on the 1 hour time frame here for Bitcoin. Upward sloping price action, higher highs, with lower highs on the RSI as well as lower highs on the MACD histogram. Double potential bearish divergence here across multiple indicators. I'm watching this now, although the 1 hour time frame is not a time frame I like to trade on. Right now, I'm awaiting further developments in this trend right now to get in what I perceive to be a potentially high reward, low risk trade setup. If you want to see exactly how I'm setting up my trade in real time, where I'm going to enter, exit, look to potentially take profit, set my stop loss, etc., I'll be posting all of it exclusively for you in VIP. If you're not already in my VIP, ladies and gentlemen, that is where I post everything I just mentioned: entries, exits, targets, take profit zones, exclusively for you around the clock, 24/7. If you're not already in VIP, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. So where we stand right now is at the crossroads here. And when I mentioned that in the introduction, that we are truly at what I believe to be the turning point here, it's that this red box has the potential now to become a real bearish ceiling, because I've shown you guys, and I'll do it again here. Let me just clean this up a bit so that we're not confused, okay? We're going to use a rectangle here. Above this red box, let me actually make this clear so that we don't get confused here, okay? Or we'll make it white for now, okay? Above this red box has been the zone where Bitcoin has been a little bit over exuberant, right? It's been the tops of the market cycles. This went all the way from, above 7,000 to 20,000 before popping. This one here, above 7,000 to 14,000 before popping. Then in the middle here, in this red box, this is essentially the equilibrium zone, right? And then below this has been the most bearish action, the capitulation zones, right? We capitulated from 6K to 3K, and we essentially did capitulate again here before seeing this little recovery potential dead cat bounce here once more. So my friends, it's possible here, in my opinion, that, after seeing this red box here fail to become a new macro support, which is what we would have wanted, right? That this zone here held, we climb, hold again, then rip up, new higher high, back test, hold again, and then look to rip. That's what you're looking for in a bull market. The fact that we've seen this fall below this red box, back test it right now, get potentially rejected at this old support region, potentially turning into new resistance in confluence there with the golden pocket of the dawn, the 0.618 Fibonacci extension targets, and that we are potentially on the one-day time frame looking to potentially death cross on the 50 and 200-day moving averages. Also, if we look at the weekly time frame here, the fact that we are still below the 21-week moving average, let me pull that one up. We're below the 50. Let me pull up the 21. We still are below that orange 21 as well. And for the time being, we are clinging on to this 200 by a thread. And we should all know by now that these moon boys, ladies and gentlemen, they've been climbing up the chimney of Don Carbanaccio for years and years and years. The 200 moving average is the absolute bottom, Kirby. It'll never break it. It'll never break it. Guess what? Little James, miniature James, microscopic James. We actually broke that 200-week moving average, my friend. And right now, Bitcoin is clawing, scraping, trying to hold on to that right now. If it fails, my friend, we then would potentially see candle body closes below the 200 weekly moving average. Weekly candle body closes below this red box of potential old macro support, turning into a new potential macro bearish ceiling. And if that is to occur, my friends, if all the action now is taking place in this range, right, in this white box range, not above the red box anymore, but in the bearish white box, my friends, we could be in for a very, very tumultuous next few months here. But this should not scare you. You should not be crying, oh, but Kirby, my $100 of Bitcoins, I thought I was going to the moon. Listen, James, leave the moon boots at the door, my friend. Take that astronaut helmet off, okay? We need to understand that if you're looking to actually potentially be successful in this market, you need to look at it as a realist. Play the hand you were dealt. Play the cards you were dealt, right? We all want pocket aces, but you don't get it each and every time. That doesn't mean you can't win the hand because you didn't get pocket aces. You could still win the hand. You just have to get crafty and creative and take what you're given and make the best out of it. And for me right now, for the dawn, that is looking for potentially high reward, low risk trade setups, whether that's continuing this action to the upside or shorting it and playing it to the downside. Right now, I'm playing the hand I was dealt. And I'm going to be posting all of my trade setup strategies, targets, ideas, all of it, all for you exclusively in VIP, my entries, exits, targets, everything. If you want to see exactly how I'm setting up my trades, as I stated earlier, my friends, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. So, all of this being taken into consideration, I now want to discuss something else, okay? We've looked at this, at the technicals here, right? And we're going to dive way more into those in the next coming days on this channel. So if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and tick the little bell. And when you tick the bell, it's going to pull up all, personalized or none. Select all, because my friends, I'm covering this action here with a realistic approach day in and day out. You're not going to find technical analysis like this anywhere else. The Don gives it to you how it is. No sugar-coated moonboy garbaggio on this channel, James. So hit that subscribe button. tick the little bell, select all. And my friends, before we get into this philosophical part here about the macroeconomics affecting the global markets, I also would really appreciate a thumbs up here and to leave a comment. It really helps the algorithm, and that is so important for the channel. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. And if you appreciate me and what this channel provides, a thumbs up and a comment would really go a long way, and I so would appreciate it. Comment anything. Thanks, Kirby. Hi, Kirby. Get wrecked. Anything you want. Thumbs up, comment. Thank you, my friends. Now, let's get into the next portion here. And that, my friends, is the macro economy right now. Of course, I hope you are all staying safe and healthy, and being around those that you love. Hopefully you can in this situation. I know that's not always possible with what's going on right now. But when we look at this from a market perspective, what we need to understand here is that the global equities markets have taken a tumble. Just for an example here, let's just take a look at the Dow Jones. Okay, we are seeing that this is an absolutely tumultuous decline, essentially erasing 4 years of price action. In a very, very short amount of time here. And in terms of safe haven assets, which we all know, Bitcoin, the Moon Boys have really wanted to push that narrative, shilling it, stuffing it down your throat. When the stock market collapses, Bitcoin will get all of the capital. Didn't happen. Not at all, actually. You know what got all the capital, my friends? You want to see a really funny chart? What got all the capital? It's the world reserve currency. The US dollar got all of it. So, as I've always stated, just be careful mixing, these fundamental nutcases that are essentially saying that the world is collapsing, it's all over, Bitcoin will be the only thing worth anything. You got to realize these people, my friends, Bitcoin is an experiment. It's a living, breathing experiment. Just because that's their thought on it doesn't mean that has to be the truth. That doesn't mean it has to play out like that. So right now, the safe haven has been the world reserve currency in the US dollar, okay? Gold also being speculated upon to be a potential safe haven. It was not at all. It's gotten absolutely wrecked, dropping to the low there at roughly almost 15% to the downside from the prior high, okay? Nothing has been safe here. Silver as well, absolutely annihilated, my friends, right? And many silver, people that love silver, right? They, to me, are almost just as optimistic, to put that lightly. I mean, I could use a bunch of other words. They are just as optimistic as crypto Moonboy holders, right? And to me, this was a devastating move here for silver. I mean, for those preaching that when the system collapses that we're going to see, I've seen predictions from people, $500 an ounce, $1,000 an ounce, $5,000 an ounce. And then you see that this drops down. What is this? Let's just take it from the high to the low. We're talking a 40% decline, right? In the midst of turmoil when we're supposed to be seeing this rip up. So just understand that right now there's been no survivors in this, in terms of equities or safe haven commodities. Bitcoin got wrecked, gold, silver got wrecked. The only thing that didn't get wrecked here was the world reserve currency, and I'm sure many other fiat currencies as well. Probably not all, but I'm showing you this one here because it's the world reserve currency. Now, in terms of a philosophical approach, what we can see sometimes, my friends, in times of global economic downturns is that we go through a period of what they call deflation, right? And that's when everything sells off, right? And we saw this back here in 2008. This is the price of gold now, okay? When that bubble popped, right, the subprime mortgage market popped, which led to the stock market popping as well, we saw a 34% decline in the price of gold. Let's quickly go over to silver as well. We saw silver essentially popped down. Oh my goodness, 60%, my friends, right? Before then, absolutely ripping to new all-time highs, which I want to take that because gold did the same. But since we're on the silver chart, let's look. After falling 60% in the deflationary period, silver then went up to rally 494%. If we go over to the gold chart and look at it post-deflationary period, right? And again, so you're familiar with the term, deflationary period means everybody is just selling everything, right? Everything is going down. It doesn't matter. The only thing people want is cash. And then once that panic dries up and people begin to put cash to work again, that's when we saw silver go up 494%. And now we saw gold go up 182% from that low, okay? Bitcoin did not exist yet, right? Bitcoin came out of that period of time. So on a philosophical level, it is possible that Bitcoin, just like gold here dumping, just like silver dumping, it's possible that Bitcoin is just being bunched into this deflationary period right now, and that the safe haven of Bitcoin, it's not time yet for it. That is possible, right? And you guys know I'm a realist. I'm not one to ever preach that Bitcoin is a safe haven. In my opinion, it's one of the most high risk assets in the entire world. But it is possible that we are seeing a decline in the Bitcoin price, which could be temporary. I mean, and don't get me wrong, temporary could last months, but it's possible that once all the panic in the market is gone, and that deflationary period is over, it's possible that things like Bitcoin could wind up getting some buy pressure to then rally to new highs, similar to what we saw on silver and gold back from the '08 time, right? And I know that that's the sentiment of many, precious metal holders right now, is that this is just normal. You would expect that when the markets and the global economies are crumbling, that most people want cash, right? And that is why we're seeing this parabolic rip to the upside on the US dollar, right? So, I mean, all hope for me is not lost in terms of Bitcoin actually performing well. It might be months down the line, but right now, for me, in terms of the technicals, I've seen nothing change here from a bearish perspective. Right now, I'm looking for immense trading opportunities in here. Like I've said, I'm going to keep you updated in VIP with all of my trade setup ideas, entries, exits, targets. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. And I'm keeping a level head here, my friends. Again, if you really do appreciate the content here, please leave a thumbs up and leave a comment. Like I said, anything. Hi, Kirby. Thanks, Kirby. Give me your thoughts. Do you think that we are in a depreciation phase right now before the appreciation phase, right? Let me know. I mean, it's just something I wanted to give a piece of positive sentiment for maybe those that are more concerned with Bitcoin's long-term future, right? But the markets are insane right now, guys, across the board. And that also, in my opinion, is weighing in heavily on the Bitcoin price right now, because we could see that today the traditional markets, at least at the time of recording, please keep in mind this is very subject to change. The traditional markets are not getting destroyed today, right? So it's possible that Bitcoin is having a positive day amidst the traditional market just essentially trading sideways, right? Because most of the down action has been following this heinous debacle of a dump, and with the markets essentially trading sideways, it's possible that Bitcoin is getting some speculative bullish reactions there. But, I do think that the markets right now have a tendency to be heavily correlated, and I think that this could be weighing on Bitcoin's impending price action. So I'm keeping my eyes glued to all the markets right now around the clock. My friends, I'm going to be formulating my strategies right now for this very move. If you would like to see how I'm setting up my trade setup ideas for this exact range here for the Bitcoin price, how I'm planning to strategize to potentially crush it like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can to crush this move and get this crypto, my friends, I'll keep you updated with all my entries, exits, trade setup ideas, etc. in VIP. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto, my friends. Until next time, if you could, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Like I said, I will be covering this action day in and day out for you here. So if you're not subscribed already, it's probably in your best interest to hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, select all, and I will see you all in the next one. And more importantly, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.